We're 90 minutes into trading. It is quadruple witching, June 18th, Friday. Hello, traders. Let's take a look at the market. Let's take a look at yesterday's pick. Let's find a new pick for today. NVIDIA was the pick from yesterday. You can see this is about where the video came out. The stock finished unchanged for the day, but look at the price action today. Look at that relative strength today. Let's put up the SPY. You can see huge market drop on the open. What did the stock do? First bar, it was above the high from yesterday. This stock wants to go. Look at that daily chart. Long green candle closing on its high, followed by another long green candle closing on its high. Extreme volume. This is exactly the type of setup that we're looking for. I think NVIDIA continues to move higher today. I'll take a look at a couple of other stocks that I like. I'm going to go right into my heavy buying list. Roku, I like it. Through the 100-day moving average, through this resistance point right here. Put up the 5-minute chart. Look at that strength. Market selling off hard. Look at that stock. Up, up, up. This was the tell, and that is the key right there. Massive volume. Roku wants to go higher. That is my pick of the day. I really like this stock. There's another one that I like, TWLO. I like that early today. Big market drop. Boom, 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 through the high from the prior day on nice volume. TWLO also looks good. Now, I'm not just showing you these right now. I can go back into my chat room and show you my comments from the first 20 minutes of trading today. I was all over these stocks early on. So we'll go in here and let's take a look. Goldman Sachs, good short. Going to continue to scroll back so that I can show you these were picks right out of the gate. Of course, NVIDIA was on my radar because of yesterday. So I'm going to go back and you can see NVIDIA. This is the opening bell right here. I'm going to continue to scroll down. My goal is to show you a few good stocks each day. Roku. Actually, someone else had mentioned Roku because it was on our searches. I also like Roku. There's long Roku, someone else getting long Roku. TWLO, you see me posting that right there. And so you can see, and I believe that I had Roku in here as well. I had mentioned it. There we go, testing the 100-day moving average. This was posted 30 minutes into trading. And those were my 3 picks. And if I continue to scroll down, you can see how I highlighted exactly those 3 stocks. And I mentioned to members early in the day, my goal today was to find a few good stocks and then to try and stick with them for the rest of the day. There have been some really other good stocks that members have mentioned as well. DOCU being another one of them. Look, right here on the list. Option Stalker makes it so dang easy to find these stocks. We also have relative strength 30. That's another fantastic search. I could just click right through these stocks and you are going to see some great charts. Well, there's Roku. We've already looked at that. CVNA looks pretty good, but I don't like that big dip right in there. Dash, look at that strength on Dash. These are the stocks that you want to focus on. They all have heavy volume. You're above the 100-day moving average. You've got this beautiful horizontal breakout. Dash looks great. That's how we do it, folks. So let's take a look at the market. We do have quadruple witching today, so we can expect a little additional volatility. The 1OP indicator is not giving us any help today. You can see how it's pretty flat in here. So even though it's above 0, it's not making any big crosses. These are the types of crosses that we like. Deep troughs, big spikes. Those are the really good signals that we get. So we have to rely a little bit more on what the price action is telling us. We see a compression here on the low of the day, big gap down, and you can see a mix of green and red candles. That tells me that support is forming here. Couple of times they've tried to take out the low of the day and we're getting these long tails under body, which also suggests support. I believe that we're going to see a bounce. We should be able to take out that high right there. And you can see that downward sloping trend line will easily be breached with a green candle. So they tried to knock the market down, tried to knock it down, tried to knock it down, and they weren't able to. So the longer we sit here, the greater the chance for a nice bounce. Will it last? We'll see. If the market is able to get through the high of the day, then we've got a really nice chance to continue to move higher and fill in some of the gap. However, if the market tries that high of the day and it backs off very quickly, then we're probably going to take out the low of the day. So right now we just have to wait and see. I've been telling you in my market comments, this is a low probability trading environment. There you can see horizontal support has been breached. We had a horizontal support level at 420, SPY 420. That was breached. We also see that horizontal support breached as well. So this is negative price action. We'll put up the 50-day moving average. That is right there, and you can see how we've dropped below the 50-day moving average. Every time we've tested the 50-day moving average recently, it's been a buying opportunity. Will it be this time? Still too early to say. However, we would want to see the market rally above the 50-day moving average and close above it. Then that would be a sign that we may want to start selling some out of the money bullish put spreads. If we close below the 50-day moving average, I'd view that as slightly bearish. Been telling you to keep your powder dry. Everything's compressing up here. This type of drop could actually have a couple of legs lower before it plays out. We want to be sitting on the sidelines. We're in cash. We're waiting for opportunities. Instead of managing losing positions, we are looking for opportunities. Been doing mainly day trading the last month and a half or so. That's where the action's been. We don't have to have any overnight risk. That's the way that I'm preferring to trade right now. So let's see if the market continues to come in. This is quadruple witching, so you do see some funky things happen, some unusual price movement. The one thing that I will say about quadruple witching is typically when you see a sustained move, let's say that we continue to float lower, that would not be a good sign because quadruple witching could spark sell programs and that move would continue to go down. But by the same token, if you get a nice little grind higher that starts to unfold, quadruple witching could also fuel a rebound. So watch for some traction either way during the course of the day. If we just kind of chop around like this, then we're not going to see those programs kick in. But if we start getting some real directional movement and some momentum, that could be fueled by quad witching. That's what I've got for you today. I'm kind of parking right now. I believe that if the market can't make a new low for the day, that these stocks are going to perform well. Let's take one final look at it. Roku is the one that I like. That's your pick of the day. Love the fact that it's through the 100-day moving average. Let's see what it's doing here. Still continuing to float higher. NVIDIA, I like it from yesterday. TWLO, also grinding higher. DOCU is another one that I think could do quite well also. Those are your picks. Keep an eye on those. But again, market first, market first, market first. Don't aggressively buy those until you see a nice market bounce. We've got to get through that downward sloping trend line. So it would be prudent to click there and there. And now we've got a downward sloping trend line that we want to get through. You can also use the VWAP as a guide. So we're going to scroll down to VWAP and add that so that we know where the volume weighted average price is. And that's going to come into play right at that downward sloping trend line. So we want to be above it. If we can get above it, we'll probably take out the high of the day. Good luck with your trading. Happy Father's Day to all of you out there. We'll see you Monday. Thank you for watching this YouTube video. I'm Pete Stolzers and I'm going to keep the trade ideas coming along with lots of education, so make sure to subscribe to the channel and please turn on your notifications so that you never miss another trade. If you like the content, please give it a thumbs up. I've loaded 2 other videos that I think you're really going to enjoy. Stay tuned. We'll see you soon.